Hades, king of the lower city, boogeyman of Olympus, someone more myth than reality, is taking care of me. And today, Jen and I are discussing Neon Gods by Katee Robert, who she's very excited for those who can't see her face expression.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. I've waited for this day for so long.
Yes, you have. It's been a minute. So, a quick summary. It's Hades and Persephone retelling. Although, from this book, I can't tell. There's no magic. They're just people who take on the title of the Olympian gods.
Yep.
And so it's essentially crime syndicate. Although I feel like they're... Yeah. So we'll just go with that.
Sure.
For now. But back to my statement about magic. I feel like there has to be some kind of magic because one... whatever the barrier is that keeps the upper city from the lower city, that has to be...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's definitely, I guess, an element.
And then I think Hades occasionally says something a few times about Hermes just showing up. Oh, are you by magic? Or
yeah,
then she walks out the door. So it's hard to tell if there's any. I don't really think that there is, but
I wouldn't say there's like an official magic system that you could like study and understand like in other. I don't know that. I also don't know if this counts as a fantasy. I feel like I don't know.
No, I wouldn't say. I don't know that. If they were actually gods and goddesses, I would say yes. But because it's just the title,
yeah, I agree with you.
I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it either. Anyway, I don't feel like there's like an actual magic system, but you know, you do have the element of like wards is kind of how they explain the barriers, but they never like I'm on book. It's got to be at least 6 or 7, and I mean there's no definitive like magic system.
Okay, that's good to know. I don't know if that makes it better or not.
For you, it makes it worse because you hate like oh my gosh, what is it? Ambiguity.
I do.
Yeah.
Which probably explains some of my feelings about this book, okay? So, do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
You can go first.
Are you sure you want me to go first?
I'm going to counteract everything you say. So, this is going to be super fun.
Okay, so let me set the stage by we have read quite a few books by Katee Robert, and all of them have been rubbish. There has not been a single one that we have read that we have enjoyed. So imagine my surprise when Jen...
That's not true. We like Dragon's Bride.
It's not a dragon. He's a crocodile, okay? No.
I mean, we didn't
had the potential of liking it, and there were a few elements, but overall, you guys... It's not a dragon, okay? And for those listening, we have an episode on it. You can go check it out. I think it's in season 2. I'm still sticking by, we don't like anything by her. So imagine my surprise when Jen's like, oh my gosh, this book by Katee Robert, it's my favorite. And I'm like, the same Katee Robert? And she's like, yeah, the same Katee Robert. So hence the reason why I have never read it, because the track record of the 3 or 4 books that we have read by her from different genres, because she dabbles in a lot of genres.
Yeah.
No. So I started this book last night, literally last night, like at between 6 and 7, and I finished it this morning. I was surprised. I liked 75% of this book.
That's fair.
Maybe 80. Like that first scene with just the 2 of them, I was like, alrighty then. That's super hot.
Wait, which one?
The first time that they do anything. He doesn't have sex with her, but they
like in his red room, like in his nightclub?
No, before that.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm not saying it. Yeah, I'll tell you the page number and you can go back and read it if I can find it.
Wait, what do you mean you're not saying? You're saying it. I've said that two dicks is kinkier than I can't even remember what it was, and I said that on the podcast. So you can say whatever.
Where he teases her with his dick. How about that?
I don't remember this.
Oh my god, that was the best sex scene out of the whole book, and they didn't even have sex.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go back and read that.
Oh my gosh, when did this happen?
Now,
Oh,
in my defense, I have not read this since 2022, if not 2021. I honestly don't remember. It was either late 2021 or sometime in 2022.
okay, so it starts in chapter 10.
Okay. Hold on, I'm
pretty
gonna
sure.
go get my book. Well, damn it. I think I've let somebody borrow it and I don't have it back. Okay.
Okay, well, it starts on the bottom of page 23.
Okay.
I'll let you read that. That and where he has her ride him on the throne. Those are the everything else. I skipped the sex scenes because I didn't really care, but those two
Yeah.
were pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess because I like mythology, I like Hades and Persephone. I liked this whole dynamic of like the 13 and then like him being all like dark and broody and how she would the banter and like trying to poke at him. I enjoyed all of that. I enjoyed their relationship. I enjoyed how I feel like there was there was character development for both of them because one, they've both been stuck in this cycle of we have to have this persona because of the world that we live in, but them together, they don't have to wear that mask. And it's
Yeah.
nice to slowly see that progression of they're realizing that this could be my person. Now,
Yeah.
the things that I hated. They kept on saying, "Oh, well, we can't be together. If we were different people, da da da. Why the fuck can't you be together? You're both consenting adults. You don't have to leave Olympus. If you don't want to, you can just say, fuck it, I'm going to stay here because I love him. He could say, fuck it, I'm going to tell her how I feel. And then that way she has two options. She can still leave or she can stay.
Yeah.
That irritated me. That whole thing of, oh, I want to be with you, but I can't. That was stupid.
Yeah.
Pissed me off. Because there was no clear reason as to why they couldn't besides she just wanted to leave. It was weird.
Yeah.
The second thing I hated was Hermes. I don't like Hermes. I don't trust Hermes. Hermes gives me a bad feeling. Whether or not they become better at the end, I love that Hermes was a female. I thought that was great. But her character, no, I don't like her. I don't like her at all. I don't. And Hades made a very good point. He's like, "Oh, if we were really friends, we wouldn't end up on the opposite side of the war." And while I
Right.
understand that they have to protect themselves, you've been hanging out with Hades for like 7 years, however long, coming to his house, doing all these things, and you're like, "I understand that you have to take care of yourself, but you could do things that could potentially help." And at the end, yes, they do side with him, but up until that point, I'm like, "You're a fucking two-faced bitch, and I don't like you." I don't like Demeter. I don't like Persephone's
Oh God,
mom.
I can't stand her.
And I liked her more when she was the villain, but when they tried to redeem her at the end, I was like, no, you should have kept her the villain.
Yeah.
I cannot stand redemption just for the sake of redemption and not follow through. Uh, oh, well, you were only going to have to marry him in name. I like, no, bitch. No. Oh,
Right.
I had plans to poison him. At what point? When? And if that's the case, why didn't you do that before selling your daughter off?
Yeah.
Right? No. I don't. I can't stand that. And we know this, I don't like books where if family when it's especially like a family member that they're trying to redemption to make them still have a good relationship. No. You need to follow through. Don't be a pussy about it. Keep them fucking the villain
Yeah.
and leave it at that. So that's why it's 75-80% of why. The dogs are really cute. I liked the puppies. And I liked the night market, and the greenhouse. It was super cute.
That's, I mean, so this is like supposed to be, I think she's marketed these books as like dark romance. And I don't, like, it's pretty light.
It's way light.
And I mean, the series doesn't get that much darker, honestly. There's some taboo topics, but that's pretty much it. But I wouldn't necessarily consider this a dark romance, but I love that you get this very like dark, broody, seemingly asshole main male character, and then he is just a total ooey gooey
Gooey, yes,
girl.
marshmallow.
Like, he was my first introduction to like a cinnamon roll villain, and I have not found one to top him yet. Like,
So that's what a cinnamon roll villain is?
I mean, that's what I consider him. Yeah,
I
100.
thought a cinnamon character was a chubby dude.
You thought it was what?
A chubby dude.
A chubby dude.
I'm serious. Like, I don't know. Maybe, a dude with like a dad bod or doesn't know how to fight and still tries, you know.
That's so funny. No, I perceive like cinnamon roll villains as like someone who, to the outsider's perspective, it's some, badass boogeyman, for lack of a better word, when in all reality he's a big old ooey gooey marshmallow.
Okay. I might have
Now,
to go.
I mean, there may be different perceptions of or perspectives of that, but that's how I kind of picture it.
Okay. Yeah. I
And
never
yes,
liked it. It had a negative taste in my mouth. I was like, what does it matter if it's a chubby dude or not? Why would we put that trope on there? Just read it.
yeah. Well, I mean, I think you could argue, this is totally a side tangent, but I think you could argue that, we have plus size reps and it's most of the time focused on the female.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I think you could argue that having like a dad bod trope or whatever would,
I've seen the dad bod trope. Yeah.
yeah.
That's fine. And the same thing with the females. It's fine, but I don't know. I just why just read it and enjoy it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
I don't disagree with that at all.
sorry. Anyways, continue.
No, but I love the greenhouse. Like, that was one of my favorite parts of the book in its entirety. Like, I feel like that was like the first glimpse that you got that he wasn't who he was portrayed, or like the 13th saw him as. And then, I mean, just the relationship he had with the people of the lower city. And like,
Mm-hmm.
he's so protective, and it gets, because at the end of Neon Gods, is Eurydice with them? Does Eurydice come to them?
She did come because that's what broke the treaty because Hades stepped through the barrier to save her from being stabbed by one of Zeus's minions.
Right.
And she stays there while Persephone goes back to bargain with her mother to
Yeah.
save Hades. And she stays there, but then once Zeus is, killed,
Yeah.
and she goes back home.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that he's so protective, but it extends to Persephone's sisters so quickly.
Mhm.
And I mean, he's so protective of his city, and that's like, you don't get that in the 13, like the subsequent books. Like, there's no other, in my opinion, there's no other like person in the series that cares for people the way that Hades cares for people. And I just love him so much.
That's interesting because I feel like this should set the tone for the rest of the other 13, the 12 that are remaining.
So it's interesting because you kind of follow Demeter's daughters for the first couple of books, her other daughters. And then you get like other people in the 13 or on the outskirts of the 13. I really, there has only been one book in all of the books that I have read for this series that I was like, about. Everything else, I come out and I'm like, I just, like, I could reread this entire series, and I don't do
That's
that.
interesting. So who's the next one about? Eros and Psyche.
Yeah, that's Electric Idol, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure that's Psyche and Eros.
Tell me all the couples. I need to know couples. Do you know them off the top of your head? Do we need to
Ooh.
Google?
Yeah, I would say we would need to Google because there's well, because here's the other thing that I love. As you go into the books, you get into other types of relationships. So you have couples, but you also have thruples and you also have polyamory.
Orders and couples. Okay. Why is it blurry? Yes, I'm over 18. Okay, so book 3, Wicked Beauty, is Helen, Achilles, and
Oh, it's so
Patroclus.
yes, it's so good too. So Helen ends up competing against Achilles and Patroclus for the title of Ares.
Oh.
So like it ends up kind of being not quite Hunger Games, but like to give the audience something to kind of compare it to, kind of like Hunger Games for the title. But she ends up, of course, falling for Achilles and Patroclus, and it's. Let me think. Hold on. Let me look.
Okay, so the next one is Apollo and Cassandra. That's Radiant Sin. Cruel Seduction. Oh, that's the 4. That's the one where you said the 2 females are together, but one of the females isn't with the other males.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's so good.
So number 6 is your Dicey. I don't know what her name is. The other
That's
sister,
that's Eurydice.
Charon and Orpheus.
Yeah.
Orpheus. So she does end up with Orpheus. That's interesting.
Orpheus.
Number 7, there's a Minotaur.
Mm-hmm.
8 is Poseidon and
Icarus.
yeah, the dude who gets too close to the sun. 9 is Zeus and Hera, so I'm assuming that Zeus is Perseus or
Redacted? Hermes and who?
oh, you're on the same thing that I'm on.
Yes!
Calypso and Medusa get together? Cool.
I have not read that. Calypso.
I mean, isn't Hermes supposed to get with Diet the one
No, they
dude?
do not.
Really?
Yeah, and that actually happens in 7.
That they don't get
Where
together?
where you kind of see where his role plays in everything. Dionysus, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dionysus. So, out of these, I would say Cruel Seduction and Wicked Beauty are, and then Neon Gods are my top 3. I could not. I don't know that I could pick Wicked Beauty and Cruel. I don't know that I could pick one over the other. Neon Gods wins. It's number 1, but the other 2 are probably tied.
And you said Wicked Beauty and Cruel Seduction.
Yeah,
I really want to read number 6.
it was really good. It was really sweet. So I don't know if you'd like it because it's kind of sweet.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I love this book. Neon Gods is by far my favorite, but I've enjoyed each of these books. I think honestly one of the reasons I love Neon Gods, and this is just a thread through probably all of my top 5 books, is I see so much of myself in Persephone because I was like raised as like a goody two shoes with the sunshine personality, and like over the last several years like kind of shedding that and stepping into like the personality I feel comfortable in instead of the one that was like woven for me. And like seeing her journey and like internal struggle with that was really eye-opening because it was just very paralleled to my own.
Okay. Did you read this book from the series from its inception, or did you catch on it later?
That is a great question. When did Neon Gods come out?
It came out prior to 2023.
2021. So Let me think. I'm pretty sure Electric Idol was out when I started Neon Gods. Possibly, because with this series, she tends to release every like 6 months.
Okay. I wonder when she's gonna do the fourth and final sister.
Yeah, January 2022 for Electric Idol. That's so funny. Electric Idol has a higher Goodreads rating than Neon Gods.
That's because probably people have a negative connotation against Hades, so they automatically. Does that look at me or somebody else?
Somebody else. Sorry.
Okay.
I got a random Slack message.
Yeah. I was like, don't hate me. I love Hades.
No.
I'm not that person.
No, you are totally fine. When is a cart open? Cart open. Cart open. Cart open? Cart open.
I have no idea what you're saying.
I'm
I
just
know what a cart is, like a shopping cart. And then I know what open means, but together I have no idea what you're trying to say. I wish I could help.
there.
Probably even if I did, I might not be able to help.
Oh,
I'm
did I
gonna
start?
randomly text you cart open now. That's that's our safe word, okay? I'll be like, cart open, Jen, cart open. I can't go there.
Oh my god. Okay, so
Uh,
I mean, I could tell you when the fourth sister story is told, but it would be kind of a
she
major
doesn't get her
spoiler.
own book? She ends up with
Uh,
diocese, doesn't she?
who?
I don't know. The dude I thought Hermes was supposed to end up with.
Dionysus. No, she doesn't.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
So her
What's
story is
interesting?
woven in the background of other stories.
No, you a little bit. So what's interesting is the fourth sister gets paired. You know she gets paired, and then she kind of plays roles in the books as they continue. And then in like the most recent book, her role was a bit more developed.
Is it enough that she will have her own book?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's another thing that I've learned about reading, especially if there's a character that I really like. I don't like when there are two love stories happening and you have the major one and then you have the one in the background.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I I don't, because it's not necessarily a love story happening in the background. It's just I think Katie actually did a really good job of kind of building this. Now, here's where she could fuck up though. I feel like she's done a really good job of building up the plot and like the
Mhm.
storyline for that sister's story. But if she doesn't do it justice, she's going to be filleted.
Okay.
Because I feel like she has sprinkled and it's the only character she's done it with. So she is like very lightly sprinkled in this character's development since probably book 2 or 3. And then like I said in the last book, she has a more involved role in like the overall plot for that book. So like you're getting more and more curious about like what the relationship looks like, how do things actually work, how much power does she, like all of these different like questions, or at least I do.
Mhm.
But where I saw she's at in the lineup, I'm like, oh my gosh, you are either going to like, this is going to rival Neon Gods or it's going to completely flop, because I feel like she's just done a really good job of kind of like teasing that character.
Okay. That's good to know. Anything else you want to talk about? I mean, I know you could probably talk about it forever, but
Yeah, I totally could. I don't think so. Unless, I mean, if there's anything else. You're the one that read it the most recently. Literally finished it 30 minutes ago.
hey, at least I got it done, okay?
Hmm.
I was sitting there last night being like, I don't want to read this book. I don't want to read this book. I was like, but we're recording in the morning. It's Jen's favorite. You got to do it, Misty. You got to do it.
Yeah.
So I picked it
And
up
they're quick reads, which helps.
and yeah, it was a quick read. You know, there was nothing too crazy about it. But before I got to chapter 10, I put it down. I think I put it down at page 60 because I remember the page number. And then I put it down right before that scene. I put it down twice, and I was like, I'm gonna have to text Jen and tell her this is not gonna be done. This is not. It's like 7:45, 8 o'clock. Like my bedtime's 9. I'm like, it's not happening. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna tell Jen. I don't want her like to be disappointed. I'll just tell her in the morning, and we'll just record the other episode.
Yeah.
Feel like I need more time.
Yeah.
But I'm like, okay, Misty, you got an hour. Just keep on reading until you go to sleep. Yeah, the next thing I know is 9:46. I only stopped reading because I had to go pee. I'm like, I'm tired. I can feel myself like nodding off.
Mhm.
And I was like, okay, I'm like 75% of the way through.
Right.
I can finish the rest in the morning.
Yeah.
I had about 20% this morning. And I got up a little after. I woke up at 4:30, but I didn't start reading until like 5:20.
Yeah.
So, I did it.
You did
I
it.
did it. And you're right. It's good.
I just I feel like most people who know me and then I tell them like this would be a top 5 book, if they read it they'd be like, "What?" Because there's so many other books that we have like thoroughly enjoyed and
Mhm.
I've, rated 4 or 5 stars, but I feel like this one kind of just holds that special place, kind of like Silver Flames. It just I connect with those characters so much
Mhm.
and I fucking love that Hades was like, "Just get all 3 dogs. It's fine." Like
He's
like
gonna miss his litter mates. He's gonna be lonely.
I know it's like that whole like just him being such a I don't have a better word for it. Like he's just such a cinnamon roll where Persephone is concerned. And like for her to feel safe enough to not have to mask all the time,
Mhm.
which is something that Mike gives me regularly. Like I very it's very very seldom that I feel like I need to mask. And so like just having those kinds of parallels, I feel like this it's just one of those books. It might not be the best written or like the best smut I've ever read, but it's just so good because I just love the characters so much.
Mhm. Yes, she did very good setting it up. And like I said, she had me about 75, 80%. And then I was like, you just fucking ruined the whole thing. And we've talked about this, about how sometimes the ending of books like ruin the whole
Yeah,
thing. I
yeah,
feel like she saved herself, but there was a part in there and be like, I'm just gonna fucking hate this whole book
yeah,
because of this ending. But you kind of triggered something when you were talking about your like 5 favorite reads. People are right. I would anytime you tell me that something is really good and I should read it, I'm gonna trust you. The only reason why I was hesitant is because of the other books that we read by this author, and I'm like, I
yeah.
no.
I
I've been
completely
tainted.
yeah, because I don't think I read anything else of hers because I read the Jafar and
Desperate Measures. Yes, we read that.
yeah, and that was so bad. And then Court of a Vampire Queen
Oh
was
my
the
god,
worst
that was
thing I think.
horrible.
And then Dragon Bride was not awesome.
Nope. And then what was the O'Malley or the marriage
Oh, see,
bargain? We
I didn't hate that much. Heated Rivals, that whole like the marriage contract, depending on
I don't
which type
even every
of
time we bring it up, I don't even remember that
I know you
story.
don't.
That's how bad it was. I blocked it
I
out.
that one didn't bother me as much. Like I would continue reading that series, but it's like if I was gonna read a mafia series, I would go read like the next
Unholy
Unholy
Vows.
Vows. Yes, yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Speaking of Unholy Vows, she released the book,
yeah.
the second book, his second in command, Elo,
Okay, we might have to read
Helio. Oh, I've already downloaded it. So that's my plan. I don't know what I'm reading this weekend, but it's that might be it. Very excited. Oh my gosh, I'm super excited about it. Did I tell you for Unholy Vows, she finally released a discrete cover?
I don't think so. Hold on. Before we go further down this tangent, do we want to go ahead and rate?
Yes, yes, we do. But look at this cover.
Yes, you did. And I'm so jealous. I really want that book.
As soon as I saw it posted, I was like, I don't care if I'm over my budget or under my budget. Like, I'm I need this. Oh,
Yeah.
it's so pretty. But I also think what I was originally going back to, besides saying that I trust your opinion, is that
Mhm.
maybe we could do a discussion topic about books that are great to us, like 5-star, but that doesn't mean that they're like literary winners, right? That's
Right.
not what the rating is about. And I feel like
Yeah.
that sometimes throws people off.
Yeah.
So maybe we can have a discussion about that.
I think that would be a fun discussion. Like,
Okay.
yeah. All
Okay.
right. So
Darkness 2, 1.
I was gonna say, I mean, I think you could argue too if you wanted, but I was gonna say one as the series goes on, just for the audience, if you decided to continue reading the series, I wouldn't say it gets above a 2, maybe a 3, because there is some killing on page, but it's not explicit. And that's pretty much it.
Okay. I'm a 1. I say a 1.
Okay, cool.
And then spicy. Oh, that one scene. If there was nothing else in this book but that one scene,
Yeah.
it would still be very, very hot.
I it's so funny. This is probably one of the only series where I consistently, in almost, especially in Wicked Beauty and Cruel Seduction, I wanted more sex scenes. And Neon Gods. Those 3 books, I was like, yes, give me all the scenes, please and thank you. Why is this book only 300 pages? So, like, and she normally covers all the bases. I don't there's no sharing or anything in Neon Gods, but you definitely get the kink element. You have voyeurism, exhibitionism. So I would say for spiciness, there's not a ton of scenes, but they're done very well. And there's definitely an element of kink. So 3, or would you push it to 4?
I would only say a 4 because of that scene, but I think that's just my feelings on it. I think what you've clearly stated, it's a 3.
Yeah.
It really is a 3. There's lots of variety. I think on page they have sex like 4 or 5 times, but there's a lot of, because it kind of jumps a little bit. It's been a few weeks, or
Yeah.
he says, it doesn't matter how many times she sucked me off every time. Like, so
Yeah.
multiple things happen, but we don't always see it on page. So I feel like a 3 is good, and I'll say with the exception of chapter 10. Chapter 10 is a 4.
I love that.
Yes, very much so. And they don't even have sex in it. So in that chapter, which I don't know how that works now.
And like, and again, like she does it so. Did she have a ghostwriter for this?
I don't know because it does not feel like anything else she's written.
I mean, to me, it doesn't either, because that's something, again, consistently through all the books, is you get such great intimate chemistry with all of the characters. And when I say intimate, I mean like there is a emotional connection, there's that physical connection, and then she writes it so viscerally that it feels tangible, in my opinion.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
and it's in every single book. It's just so well done.
I wonder if she's got a split personality. That would explain things.
No idea. But yeah,
Yeah.
I just
If
seriously,
you would have handed me this book without telling me who wrote it, that Katee Robert would never cross my mind.
yeah, I agree. Although I will say, I and we kind of touched on it earlier. I realize that her, and I'm calling this contemporary in comparison to the other stuff that we've read of hers,
Mhm.
like I actually enjoy her contemporary writing. Like the Mafia, is it great? No, but like I would continue reading that series because again, the chemistry between the characters is there, and I feel like the spice is there, and it was done well. So I mean, I could see me reading her other contemporary stuff, but like the fantasy monster whatever is not her genre,
Yep.
in my opinion. My very humble opinion.
I'll give you that. Okay, overall?
It's a 5 for me because it's just a special book. But it wouldn't, like, I feel like if I didn't have the parallels or love it as much as I do for the reasons that I love it, it would probably be a 4, maybe even like a 3.5.
I was thinking 3.5, 4.
But
I feel like I'm being stubborn with the 4 because of the author. Like, I don't want to give her that satisfaction. And the fact that 75 to 80% of the book I loved. But I'm going to go 3.5. I don't think I can give her a full 4. I don't feel like I can.
that's okay.
If her name wasn't on this book, I'd give it a 4.
Well, I'm glad that you enjoyed it 4 stars worth because that's what is important to me.
Yes. And I'm actually curious to continue reading the series. So that says a lot.
I would love for you to continue reading the series because it's one of the only series that I have like the majority of the physical books. And I've reread Neon Gods twice and would totally reread it again.
All right. Well, you're definitely reading chapter 10.
Yeah. That's a given.
Oh, this is a good topic. Discussion.
Yeah. Okay. All right, friends. That wraps us up for this episode. Have you read Neon Gods? What?
The way you said friend.
Friends.
Sorry. I didn't mean to. I tried to hold it in. I apologize.
I was impressed that you held it in as long as you did. Okay, y'all. Let us know, have you read Neon Gods? Have you read the Dark Olympus series by Katee Robert? Do you feel like it's a total left field type of writing style from her other stuff if you've read her monster or fantasy romance? We would love to hear from you on Instagram at Bones of the Story, and we will see you next time.
Thank you for joining us on the journey into the shadows of love, where dark romance stories come to light.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Bones of the Story as much as we did. If you did, don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. Your feedback means the world to us.
And to stay updated on all things dark romance, follow us on social media. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
We'd also love to hear from you. Share your thoughts, ideas, or even your own dark romance stories with us. Drop us a line at bonesofthestory@gmail.com.
Remember, our next tantalizing episode is just around the corner, so keep your hearts open and your senses sharp.
Until then, embrace the darkness and let the stories continue to stir your deepest desires.
This is Misty
and Jenn,
signing off from Bones of the Story.